and talk about my mom. And it's a difficult subject because it's hard to just explain. But I think we'll just start from when I remember it most. When I was younger, between the ages of 2 to 10, my mom was always gone, always working. And she wasn't really there. And then she kind of just reappears in my memories between 11 and 12, being in middle school, or like my problem starting and whatever. I just always remember her working. And I don't know, I always thought that I wasn't good enough for my mom because she had so many expectations, like, that I still try to achieve, like college, finishing high school, and all that, because it was grounded in my head that it's immoral to be good and do that. But then things just started. My mom and dad got divorced, and my mom hated him. She'd tell us that he was a shitty dad and that he doesn't care and that he's just an alcoholic who's not trying, and that she's the only person that's gonna be there for us for the rest of our lives, and that family is most important. And my grandma was a part of that, and my mom, we lived with my grandma and grandfather for about 6 months, I think, or a year. And my grandfather would throw things, break things, yell, scream. So he cheated on my grandma, causing my grandma to move in with us when we moved in Standish. And my mom's dating a guy, and she's barely there because he's always around him. And she's going to Delta, and my grandma's always there. She begins to play a mom role. And then my mom, I remember her and the guy breaking up and her locking herself in her room, crying, wanting to die over the guy. And then she goes back to work and gets in a car accident. And then she kicks out my grandma. Which, if you ask her, she throws out my grandma, and then we all start being bad. Which, I'm not gonna lie, we were disrespectful kids. We didn't know what to do because our grandma was getting thrown out. Our mom was constantly coming home screaming at us for the slightest thing not being done, and if the house wasn't done, then we hated her, and we didn't care about her. And then as the years go on, things start getting in and out because I don't really remember bits of my memory. All I remember is, like, my problems, like my eating disorder and that, and always being in hospitals. And then, which I was crying out for attention, I think, when I was, like, rebelling against my mom, like, taking off. And then I wanted there's a situation to where all the other kids in my grade had a phone, and I wanted one, and I was like, she's like, no, you're not allowed a phone till you're 16. So I used my grandma's card, and I, like, committed fraud or whatever, and, like, I got punished for it, but she holds that against me and thinks, like, I steal all the time. And then I got my first boyfriend, and she became overprotective. She acted like a dad. She threatened to, like, kill him and shit. And then I took off, or I lied about going somewhere, and I didn't go there, and I went to his house. And when I got home, she punched the fuck out of my face. In which I was going to therapy, and there was a whole CPS case opened about it. And then I get put back in another mental disorder hospital. And then I get out, and then I take off to my friend Sarah's, which I say I'm going to my grandfather's house. And then she finds that out. And then it's on another mental hospital. And then I get with my last boyfriend. And then she doesn't like him, so we barely see each other, and I lie about going there all the time, and I go there without her permission. And then she showed up there calling me a disrespectful brat, that I don't care, that everything of mine is hers because she bought it. And then I got my job at Burger King, and I had problems with her, would take my car, take my license, or whatever. Or she can't pay her bills, but she has a job. She gets child support from my father. She gets food stamps. And she wants me to pay her bills, help buy shit for the house. If the house isn't clean, again, we hate her. And she's gone pretty much, and when she's home, this is just conflict. And when she's gone at work, I'm not taking care of my brother and sister. They're downstairs and I'm upstairs in my room because I'm so upset by the things that I'm thinking of, because I don't know how to handle it with the environment that I'm in, and I don't know how to be around people. But as I start my first job and I get more out of the house all the time, more into a diverse environment, I start getting wiser at what it's hard to explain, but it's like me and my siblings, we do things to make sure we are on her good side, so she wouldn't make our life a living hell. And it's like a game. Like, we'd blame each other even if we didn't do it because we were scared of her. And then I started standing up to her, and that's when the problem started arising, because I realized we don't deserve to be treated like that. And I realized my mental stability was best, so I did everything leading up to March 22nd when I moved out. I kissed her ass. I gave her any and every ounce of money that I ever gained. Yeah, I might have recklessly drove the car, taken the cars or whatever, or gotten violations on the car because I didn't understand it, or I was irresponsible. Don't get me wrong, past me has done some shitty things. But then again, that's past me. That's what? 7 months ago? 6 months ago? I moved out. I haven't asked shit of her. I haven't asked of anything of her. I barely text her. I work. I pay my own bills. I pay my own electric bills, my own sewage bills, my own internet bills, my own phone bill. I had enrolled myself in my own high school. And I make sure to feed myself, put gas in my car. Yeah, with the help of Taylor, my dearest friend who I care about the most, because she took on my mom's role of being a mom and she shouldn't have to. She should have. And I appreciate her very much. Along with my dad trying to come back into my life, helping me out with things that I really shouldn't have to do, and that he has the biggest heart to do, and doesn't expect anything in return. And my siblings, I love them more than I could love anything else. And I honestly thought that I was their problem in their life, that I was the biggest problem, that I was causing their mental problems. And that's what my mom was telling everybody, that I'm causing everybody's problems, that I'm a liar, I'm a pathological liar, I'm a thief, I'm a user, I'm disrespectful, and I couldn't care less about them. But I was going to drive all the way from Osco to where I work to Standish to get my brother and sister food, milk, bread, what the fuck ever. I was going to spend the last $35 of my check on them because my mom with 2 jobs, child support, food stamps, doesn't know how to keep food in their own fucking house. And I'm sick of me being made out to be such a shitty person, to where she's saying that I'm, me, being 17, take out student loans in her name. I'm not even graduated. I start my senior year tomorrow. You know, and she's not even going to be there for me to graduate, and, like, it's fucked up, the shit that she's done, and I still want her around, like, if she changes. I'm trying, and that's all I can do. I don't know what anybody else expects of me to do. I work, and I don't do anything else. I work, and then now I'm going to be going to school and working. What else am I supposed to do? I'm just trying to better myself from what I used to be. Because I don't want to be my mom. I don't want to be a better person when I get older. I want to be someone that, like, is open about stuff and I can, like, help other people. But, thank you guys for watching, I guess. And, peace, love, like, comment, and subscribe.